Hello everyone. So Bitcoin just popped up to 71K, not an all-time high. Taking a quick look at the daily. We can get rid of some of this. Um, not an all-time high, but we are pretty much in the range of the channel that I see us playing through for a good while at the very least. I did think that this could make our this channel could make its way all the way to the halving. Yo, what's up, Jordan O? Hello to New Zealand. Much love. And so I think that this was something that is likely to play out into through the halving. Obviously, I do think that there's potential for us to come back and correct at a much lower point post halving, but for now, I think this is looking like the range. You can see here on one page, the low end being the low 60s, 62,000 or something looked like it was tapped, maybe slightly lower, and here we are sitting just above 70K. So this is very reasonable, I think, of a scenario. And you can see the overhead resistance above right now. A heavily stacked order book, thick overhead with orders pretty much all the way up until we hit 75K. So just below that all-time, just above that all-time high, we're stacked pretty heavily right now. So I think that's where we settle. We settle at a range above here, down into the low 60s. And you can see the aggregated spot bands as we move up just really widens out. Our aggregated perps, it narrows. It's still bullish, it's still green, but 0 to 10% still dominant. But you could see it really fizzles out down as we climbed up into this range. So I think we are playing out of range. And now that we're in this top half of it, I think we'll end up catching our little train ticket back down, little CME gap up here, little CME gap down here. So yeah, this is all making sense. And interestingly enough, that CME gap is at roughly the mid-channel range. And I do believe that channels have a tendency to spend time above the channel, below the channel, like peaking out at the channel, and then settling below, a 50% mark, reclaiming that 50% mark, staying in that top end of the channel range for a little bit and bouncing in and out. So that's what I see happening here. Makes a lot of sense to me, and I could see that playing out for even a number of weeks. Looking at GigaTrend on the daily first, we are in no active position. GigaTrend on the 4 hour, let's take a look. We did get a buy signal at 62, and we're currently, yeah, 67 that is. And so we're currently sitting in profit after that last signal fired off. Speaking of which, you can check it out 2 weeks free, sazanalytica.com. You guys, you'll get access to GigaTrend. It's great, so why don't you guys check it out? 2 weeks for free. Honestly, not a big deal. Get to have a little fun, make some money. So once the daily confirms, I'll be a bit more interested. But right now, I already would like this trade. I mean, probably set a profitable stop. Obviously, you want to give the market time because this does have a tendency to get you into the big moves for a long time. Here's a prime example. Long from 52, close at 61. Stuff like that, so I would probably have this in a profitable stop position. I really like this already. Um, Solana, 4 hour, just gave us another long. Interesting. This will be interesting to follow. It usually pulls back a little bit, and then you take the long and it jumps back, jumps up high. So I'm actually very interested in this position. Catching something. We got another buy now on PAPE, so it makes sense now that Bitcoin's doing some good stuff. Everything's going to start to look a little better. So here we are doing that market wide. Gigatrend signals firing off. And pretty good vertical move here on Shiba Inu, another shitcoin, meme shitcoin, whatever. So yeah, we're starting to get some of that market-wide behavior. Everyone's seems like a lot of the people that are already in the space, there's a lot of people in the space looking for the pumps and dumps. And then of course you have the name brands that people have already known about. Pape is relatively new. Something like Shiba's been around a while. I'm sure we'll see like the Shibas and the Ethereum Classics and the Litecoins and all that shit start to go crazy. So that's what we're looking at now. So Yeah, I think that's a good summary here of what we have going on. Again, I do think this is looking pretty toppy. So, as far as the range goes, our next move is probably this 66, 67K mark with a range. I think kind of test or 50% of that range is going to be approximately 65 to 66K. So 67 looks like our pullback target, and we'll see what kind of support signals we get over there. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Things are looking good. Got a nice little pullback maybe ahead of us, and yeah, we'll be looking to do some more answer some more questions. If you guys have any questions, always don't hesitate to ask in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right.